Yeah, the strategy around this and the approach that the respective teams use, because we've only got 5 sets of tyres and there is 5 segments of qualifying. If you take the 2 qualifying sessions tomorrow, Garth Tander has just come into the combox. It's very warm out there, GT.
Very, very warm. A lot warmer, a lot more UV than what we saw here last weekend. And the job's very simple this morning, Scafey, is go out in each of these qualifying segments and just do 1 lap. 1 fast lap on each time you've got a brand new tyre on the car, because any time you need to put another set of tyres on, you're compromising the rest of your weekend qualifying by using extra tyres when you don't want to. When you do that first push lap, you take some goodness from the tyre. The first sector might be better on this second lap, but does the rear tyre hang in to finish that second push lap? Will Brown comes to the final corner.
So forward, Jake Kostecki, Jack Smith and Gary Jacobson now, the 4 cars at the bottom.
So Brown currently 19th, moves himself to 9. He'll be safe with that. James Courtney, he's in the nervous position of 19th right now.
It's right on it, GT. It's 13-4.
Oh, he stays 19th. Mostert, we track him. He stays 17th.
At Red Bull Ampol Racing.
So Van Gisbergen's through the first sector. He's a 10th and a bit over Di Pasquale, who's fastest in the first sector. So has Van Gisbergen taken a bit out of that tyre? Can he push on this second lap?
So Brodie Kostecki, we reported before, was 5th. He's currently 10th. James Courtney's in the pit with a 13-2. That's as good as he's going to do. What's Jack LeBrock got? He's not able to improve. What happens to Will Brown? He doesn't improve. Shane Van Gisbergen, he does. He goes up 14 spots. Great job on effectively a eroded tyre by then with a 13-1-8.
Scott Pye, he comes to the line. He was fastest in practice, but nowhere, P18. So they lost speed in that car from practice this morning to qualifying today. He will start 18th and nail the time. Locks the rears into the final corner, still makes the apex. Second gear off the corner, and what times he's got?
Shaking his head. So 13-6 to commence the top 10 shootout.
It was a 13.24 was the time that got him in the game. So 0.4 of a second, roughly.
And it's one of those ones where he was a little bit hungry. He got through 5 so well. I reckon when he turned it at 6, he thought, I'll light this up early.
100%. He thought, oh, I've nailed 5, let's nail 6. And as you said, got greedy, but still goes quicker than Courtney with a 13.39. So finishes the lap off very well. I felt like Hazelwood finished his lap very neatly. So Percat needs to be accurate here. Runs it on the limiter, 3rd gear to the final corner. Back to 2nd. Gets the apex. Minimise the wheel spin. Yeah, nice job. Straighten her up. And what time does he do? A 13.38 for Percat versus his teammate Todd Hazelwood. A 13.39. Used tyres, not bothering him. We saw Hazelwood do it nicely last week. Goddard's laying down a good one here. Sideways through 12. Nice. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
make the fence. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. He was up at that point. He's put his foot on the brake. He couldn't get it stopped. You can see those witness marks of the car sliding into the grass. And he missed the brake pedal is what we're hearing over the radio.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
And we've all done it. There's not a professional racing driver in the world that hasn't done that. And for young Zaid Goddard, that is a catastrophic end to what was a very good lap up to that point. He's only 21 years of age. This was a great save. He had the rear wheels locked, he gathered it up, he made the apex. You and I were shocked by the way he got it turned. But this mistake, and he was probably too wide, a little bit out of 12. And then when he locked the inside front wheel, he did it in the previous segment, you called it. But once it made the grass, they do not decelerate, and heavy contact with the fence on the right-hand side. And this is the team reaction. Matt Stone, the team owner, right in the middle of shot. Oh, and that's what happens.
Same reaction from the commentary box as well when we were watching that one, Mark. Real shame. But a very strong second sector. So he mentioned last week in the Saturday shootout that the car got better and better and better through the lap. We're seeing that again now. Second sector, very, very strong. And he was electric in this final sector on Saturday.
He certainly was. This is his 88th career shootout. He's had 37 poles. Had a little murmur, didn't it?
Yeah, turn in oversteer, had to recorrect. That will have cost him time.
He's looking for his 4th Townsville pole.
Last corner there, and sorry about the start, mate. The race control gave us no information.
So David Couchy's talking about something that happened about the commencement of his run. So there's a little bit of controversy in the background of why that is the case. Have a look at this. So as he gets it to the corner, Garth was calling it just
right there, yeah.
Blocked the rears and went to turn it. Has got through turn 12. Does he get it stopped? He did. It's not quite as good as he would have liked, but I think it's going to be good enough with a 13.03. Nice job, Jamie Whincup. Goes to the top.
P1 currently by 2 tenths from Shane.
So that's a very strong lap from Whincup.
Now, can he get it stopped? Because it's easy to make a mistake. We saw Zane Goddard, those witness marks, set out the car going off the road. He pulls it up, turns it in, comes off the corner beautifully.
What time does it show when he comes to the line?
Wow.
12.80, 2 tenths over Jamie Whincup. They have sharpened this car up this weekend. A little bit lively in the rear. Wow, right out to the fence at the exit of 12. Centimetre perfect there. But the rear of this car has just looked a little bit active through this lap. He comes to the line, and what's he got for us? Chaz Mostert goes to third with a 13.11. That last sector looked spectacular. It wasn't too bad either, so nice lap from Chaz.
Yeah, it was a nice lap. That used tyre-up. So have a look at the amount of roadies used everywhere. No margin for error on the way out of turn 3. Check this out. That was a beautiful lap.
And Cam Waters currently first place. Waters was very strong in the last sector, but Davison's car looks very nice through turn 12. Does he get a stop for 13? Yes, he does. Listen for the wheel spin. No wheel spin, just a little bit of slip off the corner, straighten the wheel up. Watch the
What's he got?
Oh, he was driving in the grass for a little bit there, Will. Oh, 3/100. So close. Listen for the wheel spin. Is there any? No, beautiful drive traction, modulates it beautifully. Ludo likes it. Does Anton like it? He loves it. It's a 12.63. Anton Di Pasquale to the top.
Great performance. Ludo liked it, and Anton would love it. 12.63. He's gapped the field by 0.16. This is the bit that I loved. Sideways. Have a look at the steering correction. Check the right-hand front wheel. Gathers it. And then leaves the steering lock on and flicks it to the right and gets away with a beautiful run through 5 and 6. Anton Muxcave, congratulations, mate. That was a superb lap.
I got a little bit loose off 5, but it's pretty good with these. When you only got to do one lap in the tyre, you can abuse it a little bit, so you can't do that for the whole race to Savo. But yeah, that was a fun lap, so we'll see what we can do to Savo.
Mate, we won't charge you with tyre abuse at all, I promise you. That was a beautiful lap. We loved it. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Cheers.
So, Garth Tander, when we come into the top 10 shootout today, if I told you when we walked into the commentary box that Shane van Gisbergen was going to be 6th, what would you have said to me?
I wouldn't have believed you, to be honest with you, Mark, because they were so strong last week. I did feel like, though, last week the only chance that everyone had was to get them off the front row, and they've done it. Anton Di Pasquale, Cam Waters, Will Davison, top 3. We said on Sunday night last week that everyone needed to go away and sharpen their pencils. Michelle Vpower have come back with a very sharp pencil. Anton Di Pasquale claims pole position for today's 120-kilometre race. Cameron Waters, good to see him up the front again. Chaz Mostert in 5th. There'll be a lot of relief in that Walkinshaw Andretti United garage.